Good afternoon and welcome back to the National Basketball Arena. We're just underway in the Hula Hoops Women's Senior Cup Final. Today's matchup brings the runaway leaders of Women's Division 1, the NUIG Mystics, as they take on last year's playoff winners, Oblate Dynamos. I'm joined for this one by Ulster Rockets head coach Breda Dick. Breda, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Breda, two teams that have had good seasons to date, but as Michelle Fahey opens the score for NUIG Mystics, what are you kind of expecting to see in the matchup today?
Well, on recent form, NUIG have proven very strong. The only thing is, Oblates, I feel, are a very strong defensive team, so hopefully they can make it a tighter score here today.
So good defense from NUIG. So I'll just quickly run through the starting fives for you. So for NUIG Mystics, number 5, Alicia O'Reilly. Number 9, Michelle Fahey, the Irish international. Number 12, Siobhan Kilkenny, top scorer in the league this year. Number 13, Laura Murray. And number 14, the American victory scholar, Marita Gilcrease. For Oblate Dynamos, number 4, Georgia McKenna. Number 6, Katie Black. Number 8, Samantha Massey. Number 11, Katie Maloney. And number 13, Heather Mega. And NUIG off to an early lead. And Breda, important, after 2 weeks ago, you mentioned that the big win for NUIG Mystics is important for Oblates to get off to a good start today.
Yes, it is, and really I think what's key here is number 12 here, Siobhan Kilkenny. They need to close her down early. She controls the game, great passer, scorer, all-round player.
So a good block from the Mystics. Of course, they're not without pedigree themselves. They upset the league winners Portlaoise Panthers in Galway last year to lift the playoff trophy.
Nice pass. Good score.
Kenny inside for the score, and she opens her account, and exactly what coach Terry Staunton wouldn't have wanted, a quick start from NUIG, and Oblates yet to get on the scoreboard.
NUIG playing a 1-3-1 zone here, which can be quite tough for Oblates to break.
So McKenna looking for that space. And Katie Black steps on the sideline, so it'll go to NUIG. And just on that note, Coach Staunton isn't happy with what he's seen, so he's going to take an early timeout as it's NUIG leads 6-0. So welcome back, and it is Kilkenny that has the ball. So O'Reilly and Murray reverses. Fahey inside to Gilcrease, and she uses her power. And NUIG have started where they left off 2 weeks ago, and worrying times there for Coach Staunton and his squad. Good block from Murray. Massey can't get any space there, and NUIG has started off well, both offensively and defensively, as Katie Maloney will take it out of bounds to Oblates. Inside, she finds the open Samantha Massey with a great final last year in the playoffs, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots with a chance to get Oblates on the board. Of course, NUIG runaway leads of the league at the moment. They've been in the league for their 3rd year and moderately successful without getting in any of the major finals. But this year they really upgraded their team with Siobhan Kilkenny and the experience of Michelle Fahey, and that's shown. And Breda, 11-1 at the moment. You were the only team to beat them so far. How did you manage that?
Well, being honest, Kilkenny and O'Reilly were absent when we beat them, but you know, 3 of the players on the court here are in the top 12 scorers in the National League at the moment. So I think that just shows us what to expect here today.
And the ball in the hands of Georgina McKenna, the point guard for Oblate Dynamos. She finds Maloney, again, who had a great final last year. So Oblate, over the last couple of years, since they've been in Division 1, they've been in cup finals, they've won cup final. A great basket for Maloney as she finishes with a left hand. Straight back down, Fahey. And Fahey is fouled by McKenna, and it'll be 2 shots for Michelle Fahey.
Oblates need to be aware here that Galway are very quick on transitional offence, so they need to close down that break early.
Michelle, obviously very experienced, winning titles with multiple clubs in the Premier League. She's taken a year or 2 out and just come back this year with NUIG Mystics, but you can see already she's lost none of her speed and fitness as she was first one down the floor there, misses the second, but it's 9-3 to NUIG Mystics in this early going. Maloney and McKenna can't hold on to that one, and that'll be a half-court violation and Mystics ball. So Breda, give the neutral fan a little bit of hope here.
Yes, well, I just think Oblates just look a little bit nervous. They just need to settle down. Black was outstanding in the semi-final, both offensively and defensively, so hopefully we'll see some good stuff from her today.
Maui, long shot, rebounded by Fahey. Fahey misses that one, and the player you talked about, Katie Black, hustles away to get the rebound. It comes off Gilcrease. And Oblates with a chance of cutting that lead. They go up against that zone you talked about, and good hands again from Kilkenny at the top of the key, making it difficult for Oblates, but great move inside from Massey. Massey can't finish, and O'Reilly, great footwork, but eventually after hopping along the end line, just puts her toes on the end line, and it'll go back to the Mystics.
Galway putting Oblates under a lot of pressure here, and they're not getting very many shots away. They've some nice shooters on this team, so hopefully we'll see some of this shortly.
McKenna pulls up at the foul line for long 2, doesn't get it, but rebound comes off Black and into the hands of Massey. Maloney can't connect on that 3, and the speedy O'Reilly looks to come down the court. And a great 2 from O'Reilly. And it's 11-3 to the Mystics. And you see NUIG in their zone we talked about. Are they one of the bigger teams in the league this year?
Absolutely. And with Gilcrease in the centre there at 6'3", it's sort of quite hard for the team to penetrate there.
O'Reilly, great ball movement. Kilkenny from the corner for 3. And she continues where she left off. Talked about her being the top scorer in the league, and she's not played for a while. Breda, do you know, has it been a quick transition to her to get back into playing at this standard, or has she had no problems at all?
I think she's had no problems at all. I mean, as you said earlier, she's leading scorer in the league, averaging 20 points a game. And she recently was inaugurated into the Hall of Fame in Manhattan. So I think that shows the player that she is here.
Yeah, obviously one of the best players Ireland's produced, playing at the top standard in America. As O'Reilly continues the onslaught for NUIG, and Oblates haven't started well offensively, and NUIG have punished them, and it's really worrying times for Oblates at the moment.
All right.
O'Reilly again wastes no time pushing the ball down the floor. Fahy waits for O'Reilly, finds Murray in the corner, Gil crease, great passing from Mystics, and Fahy finds Kilkenny, and Kilkenny is off to the fast start as she's already got 9 points in this one, as it's Mystics winning by 16.
Fahy is one of the best passers in the game. I think she brings out the best in all her teammates.
Yeah, one of her big assets during her time at UL Huskies, where they won multiple league and cup titles. The pivotal part of their offense. And checking into the game for Oblate Dynamos will be Sharon Fowle. And Mystics' Hannah Cohen is going to check in. Great steal by Fahy, but McKenna wrestles on that loose ball, and it will be a jump ball, but it will go to NUIG Mystics. And Breda, from previous years, NUIG have been in the league for a couple of years. Is it really just the experience and talent of Siobhan Kilkenny and Michelle Fahy coming to the team that's made the big difference in their step up this year?
I think so. I think the combination of these two players, they really complement each other. And the likes of O'Reilly. O'Reilly is just so fast, good shooter. She's really added to this team this year.
So Coach Mike Murray below, ably assisted by the very experienced Terry Kennedy. So not only have they a quality team on the floor, they have a quality team off the floor. And the referees just changed, it will be end-line ball. And as we come, tick down to 3 minutes to go, Oblate's in serious need of a basket.
And then Massey with a good shot. Another fast break, and Kilkenny again finishes. No, but good follow-up by Kilkenny. Katie Black is on the ball. Katie Black to Massey. Good interception by Kilkenny.
Apologies for leaving you there, Breda. Just had to change the batteries on the microphone set. So as I was just about to say there, as Fahy inside can't make it, for Oblate's confidence, only 3 points in the quarter so far, 2 minutes to go. They're in serious need of a basket right now. And a good pass inside, but just doesn't go to hands. The foul, but the three from the corner from Samantha Massey. Breda, we saw last year in the final against Portlaoise, who were heavily favourites going in against Oblates in the league finals. Oblates put up a great performance of the day. Is this NUIG being so strong, or are Oblates underperforming slightly at the moment?
I definitely think they're underperforming. You know, we haven't seen a lot from Katie Black yet, but hopefully we will. Nerves can play a big part in a game like this, but hopefully they'll settle down coming into the second quarter.
So steal from Kilkenny, gets it forward to O'Reilly. It's 2-on-1, and O'Reilly finishes as Yasmin Warnick tried to foul her, but she was even too fast for that. 1:26 to go in the Hula Hoops Senior Women's Cup Final. It's NUIG Mystics leading by 20 points already. And a great steal from O'Reilly. A good defense on Warnick, does get the turnover. as O'Reilly saying she was fouled, and we'll see more subs below us on the Mystics as Deirdre O'Shea is going to check in. And she comes in for Murray.
O'Reilly plays with great intensity on D. They need to watch her here. Good at picking up the steals, and big player here for NUIG.
Black in the corner, takes deep three. Doesn't go, and straight into the game is O'Shea. But she turns over there into the hands of Black, and Black eases past Hannah Cohen. Oh, a great pass inside, and a score from Katie Maloney, and Deirdre, they were in dire need of a basket going in for a bit of confidence.
Yes, great to see. Good, really good pass there from Katie Black.
O'Shea, straight back into the hands of Maloney. And Warnick from the corner, doesn't go but gets her own rebound. Nice pass inside to Foul, and Foul scores. And back-to-back baskets for Oblate Dynamos as it comes down to 20 seconds to go.
Now on defense here, Oblates need to step up. They need to box out. Galway are such a big side here. If they box out, they can get these boards and run the break.
So Fahy shoots on 7 seconds. That goes in, and Katie Black hasn't seen the clock as she gets it up from half court. Just falls short. So at the end of the first quarter of this Hula Hoop Senior Women's Cup final, it's NUIG Mystics that are leading Oblate Dynamos from 25-7. So welcome back as we start the second quarter. This Hula Hoops Senior Women's Cup final. Cohen finds Fahy cutting the baseline, back to Cohen, but good hands, and it ends up in the hands of Shannon Fowle. She finds Maloney. A good end to the quarter for Oblate Dynamos. So Frida, as we see the shot from the corner from Warnick, doesn't go but gets on rebound again as she did earlier. Maloney open for the three-point line, they need this. Doesn't go, and good rebounds from Kilkenny. So Coach Thornton has a chance to talk to his troops after the first quarter. What kind of things would he be telling them?
Just be telling them to just look for more open shots, look inside, because Farrell is making a difference in there. She's causing them to hang back in a bit. But again, you have the likes of Fahy just hitting that easy 2-point there.
And with the team they have out there, Oblates obviously need to play well, but they also need NUIG to not play well.
Absolutely.
Which isn't happening at the moment, as the Mystics seem to be hitting everything, and good defense from O'Reilly. And great hands from O'Reilly. She gets a steal and gets it forward to Deirdre O'Shea, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Again, O'Reilly's a big player here today. Another lot of pressure there on D, good steal, and a nice pass to O'Shea.
And Oblate Dynamos, as they look to make a change, won't be pleased to see Gilcrease checking back in. and she'll be joined by Leah Cunningham. And Alison Keach has checked in for the first time for Oblate Dynamos. Michelle Fahy and Hannah Cohen take a break for Mystics. So it's not only a strong starting five, they've also plenty of bench players as well for Mystics. And O'Shea hits both free throws, and it's 29-7, 8:37 to go in the second quarter. Maloney sends Warnick across the baseline. Inside to Fowle. Nice move from Fowle, and that's exactly what we told about Deirdre, getting it inside and using Shannon Fowle.
Absolutely. Excellent turn there and shot by Fowle.
So she's had a good game since she's come on. Kilkenny drives, but good hands from Gilcrease, but Fowle on the floor and a jump ball, and it will go to Oblate Dynamos. The jump and another sub for the Mystics as Catherine Conair comes on for the excellent Ailish O'Reilly.
This young girl, Kinnair, has just joined the under-18 Irish panel. Be interesting to see how she performs here today.
Inside, back inside to Fowle. Fowle with the same move again, and same result for Fowle. So Oblis will find something they can go to. Kilkenny defended by Warnick. Inside to Gilcrease. Gilcrease finds Kilkenny. Doesn't make it on this occasion. Good rebound from Keach. And Keach feeds Black, who looks to go all the way. Can't get the score, and Cunningham with a rebound. And it's back into the calm hands of Siobhan Kilkenny. Shea, and inside Cunningham to Gilcrease. Back outside to Conair. It is Cunningham, takes the foul line jump shot, and she adds her name to the scoreboard. But over the last 5 minutes or so, the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second, Oblates have been in parity. It's still only 20 points.
Yes, absolutely, and you know, we're seeing good move in there from Farrell again. You know, they just need to improve sharper passing and keep penetrating that zone. Oblates on defense are giving Kilkenny a lot of space on this far side of the court, and they haven't really seen it, so they need to be careful there. That girl makes those shots when she's given the open space. So
Kilkenny is leading all scorers on 11. And as you talk about that, she is wide open on the opposite wing. But Conair eventually sees her. A nice pass inside to Cunningham. Cunningham is fouled. No, she's called for the travel before she was fouled, so we'll go back to Dynamo's ball from the sideline.
In the semi-final, we saw Katie Black. She was outstanding offensively and defensively, so we really need to see her getting a little bit more into this game.
Of course, a close game against Father Matthews, who themselves had an excellent season in the semi-final, and this time as a foul goes to Deirdre O'Shea. Makes a nice wraparound move under the basket. In your semi-final, Deirdre to the Mystics. I didn't see that one myself, but Kilkenny 27 points, O'Reilly 20 points. Were they just too strong on the day, or did you underperform slightly?
We definitely underperformed, but Kilkenny and O'Reilly were outstanding on that particular day. Good rebound.
Rebound by Black, and she looks to push. Nice pass to Maloney. Maloney in the corner to Warnick. But Mystics are back into their defensive shape very quickly as Keach finds Maloney from the three-point line. And those are the shots that Oblates need to finish as Warnick is called for the foul. And Aileen Crowley is going to check in for Maloney.
Oblates are definitely moving the ball much better on offense, but as you say, Matt, you know, they need to hit those outside shots to stay in this game.
So Kilkenny sets things up for Mystics. Conair to Gilcrease. Kilkenny open, three-point line. Nothing but net from Siobhan Kilkenny as she just continues to throw the points in.
Oblates are playing a 1-3-1 zone there, and it really just gives Galway too much space there, especially the likes of Kilkenny for that shot.
Foul, and foul has been the consistent score for Oblate Dynamos as she again makes a foul line jump shot. Kilkenny finds Conair. Good defense inside from Oblates. And there's Conair with a long two, good hands from Gilcrease. And it ends up finally in the hands of Deirdre O'Shea.
Oblates must box out on defence. Galway are hurting them on the offensive boards.
And that's something they can ill afford, Deirdre, I take it, considering how many easy baskets they're getting anyway.
Yeah.
Good rebound from Cunningham. Cunningham finds Kilkenny, and she is fouled this time by Aileen Crowley. And the bad news for Oblate Dynamos is that Ailish O'Reilly will check back in the game, but the good news is that Siobhan Kilkenny will take a break. And into the game for the first time is Selena McMahon for Oblates, and she replaces Katie Black. Gilcrease, Conair, and stole. Deirdre O'Shea's pass is stolen. Oblates will come up to Yasmin Warnick. Good drive baseline from Keach. Tries to spin off the backboard, doesn't get it. Stays in bounds though, goes over the backboard, so it's still available, but it'll be Mystics ball. 4:22 to go in this Hula Hoops Senior Women's Cup final.
Dynamo's defence here is good, putting lots of pressure on O'Reilly and pushing the players out.
Inside to Gilcrease, might have got away with a travel, but out to O'Reilly, and a foul is called inside somewhere, away from the ball. It's gone against number 12, Selena McMahon, who's just checked into the game, so it will be end-line ball. It'll be two shots as Oblates are in the foul. So don't forget, still to come today is the women's showpiece event, the Hula Hoops Women's National Cup Final. It'll be live on TG Car, tipping off at 5:15. The programme will start just a couple of minutes before as it's squeezed between GAA and the news. So we will be with you live for the start of the game. We won't start without you, so don't worry about that. If you can make it down to the arena, you can purchase tickets on the door, so do come down. Of course, it will be last year's winners, Team Montenotte Hotel, playing Parabel Colesta. Deirdre, whilst we have a minute or two, that game later on, what kind of things are you expecting to see? Will it be a close game? Colesta versus Team Montenotte Hotel. Will that be a close one? And what do you think will happen? I
think it will, but unfortunately, Colester have had quite a number of injuries with Sherwood and Clark. So, but I still have great hope that they'll put up a very good performance. I think the game could go either way.
So last year's final were the same two teams, but Team Montenotte ran away with it. But this year, very different league standings in the Colester actually, with only 3 losses, are ahead of Team Montenotte Hotel with 4 losses. So Colester, I know, are hoping for a different result. And I think we're all hoping for a slightly closer game.
Yes, absolutely. And I think on their recent performances in the semi-final, they've shown what a good team they are and how much they've stepped up from last year.
So join us live on TG Car at 5:15 as Cassan Conair below us, just having her ankle looked at. Hopefully she'll be okay, but it means Michelle Fry's checked back in. O'Reilly open for 3. O'Reilly doesn't make that one. Good rebound from Keach. Crowley with the rebound side. This is Keach. Keach, nice jump shot from the corner for Keach. And Oblate certainly haven't stopped playing here.
No, much better flow to their game here. They just need to keep looking for that open pass and shot.
Good stand from Shannon Farrell, but Gilchrist gets the loose ball and Aileen Crowley is called for a foul. And just explain to her what happened. Breda, you've obviously coached in, we'll actually leave it for a timeout. So there's a timeout called by the Mystics as they lead this one with 3:11 to go, 36-15. So Gilchrist on the foul line. She hits the first. So Breda, this year also Rockets in Division 1. You've spent plenty of time in the Premier League. How would this NUIG Mystics team fare in this year's Premier League?
I think this NUIG would be right up there with the other teams. There's really very, very little between them. It's just, as you say, there's, you know, whatever five they've on court, they've just got great depth in the team. And with a lot of experience, it makes such a difference.
And there is that experience as Kilkenny nips in for the steal.
Kilkenny is already on 14 points.
Inside Gilchrist. Turnaround jump shot, yeah, and I have to say, completely agree, having watched a good few of the Premier League games this year, NUIG Mystics certainly look like they'd be a match for a lot of the teams in the Women's Premier League. They have the size and they have the shooting. Nice fake and drive from McMahon, but can't finish. It's the two number 12s, McMahon and Kilkenny, fight for the ball, and it's jump ball, and it will go the way of Oblate Dynamos.
Dynamos just need to make those little inside shots. They need to stay in this game.
Vahi gets the hands on the ball, knocks out of bounds, so it will stay Oblate's ball from the end line.
Farrell again.
Foul can't make this, and the rebound is missed by McMahon. But an uncharacteristic error from Mystics as they throw the ball away after the rebound. And Oblate Dynamos will have another chance. So 38-15, 2:10 to go. Nice look inside from Farrell, but it comes off the feet of McMahon, and it will be the Mystics ball. O'Reilly has the ball as Kilkenny calls the play. Good pressure from Dynamos. The shot clock ticks to 10, but open Murray in the corner. Kilkenny grabs the rebound. Can't finish. Gilchrist gets the shot up. It sits on the ring for a while, threatens to go in, but falls back out. And the foul is called against Crowley.
That's exactly what Gilchrist does best. Rebounds the ball and straight back up and draws the foul. She's done that about 3 times today in this game.
So that's 3 fouls on Crowley, and she'll take a break along with Jasmine Warnick. And Sarah Staunton will come into the game along with Shannon Whelan. Marita Gilcrease misses both those. O'Reilly goes to steal, can't get it. Good defense from Murray, forces the turnover out of the hands of Whelan. And Kilkenny slows things down for the Mystics. O'Reilly open for three from the corner. In and out, but rebound Fahy. Fahy can't hit it, but rebound Gilcrease. And there you see in a nutshell why they're so difficult. An open three from O'Reilly. Easy shot for Fahy, who misses, but even though it still falls into the hands of 6'3" Gilcrease.
Yeah, it's really tough out there because without good boxing out there, Galway have such big players. They're just coming in one after another and taking those boards.
Yeah. This time, after a little Saito a minute ago, Gilcrease makes no mistake from the free throw line. And she hits the second.
That's 4 from 6 for Gilcrease from the free throw.
So it's a 25-point lead. But a better performance from Oblate in this second quarter. They've held parity for most of it. A lot of it through that player there, Farrell, who makes another basket, takes her personal tally in the game to 10 points.
Farrell's really keeping them in the game here. Very good inside play.
Murray with a backdoor cut, and she finished off the board. And 35 seconds to go. It's NUIG Mystics 42, Oblate Dynamos 17. Just a quick hand from Kilkenny, knocks out of bounds. And it'll be Shannon Whelan to get the ball in. And she tries to find Keach, but O'Reilly misses the wide open layup.
It's a great combination between Kilkenny and O'Reilly. One steals, the other just runs ahead and picks it up. And normally finishes, not that time.
So 16 seconds to go. Dynamos with the ball inside to Fowl. A three-point shot from McMahon, and she's fouling that, so she'll go to the line for 3 free throws and 8.3 seconds to go. So Buida, just give us a quick recap. I think the scoreline says a lot, but is it just the fact that NUIG been so impressive in this first half?
Yes, they're just so strong. You know, they can all shoot from outside. They're doing the damage inside. Oblates will have to rethink the defense, I think, at the halftime here.
So Selena McMahon makes the first of 3. She missed that one. Rebound from Gilcrease, and Kilkenny will have 5 seconds. She pulls up for 3. That one doesn't go, so 1.3 seconds to go. Oblates will have a chance to have a halfway hurl. They won't even get that by the looks as they take 2 passes, don't get it off in time. So here we have the halftime score in the Hula Hoops Senior Women's National Cup Final. It's NUIG Mystics 42, Oblate Dynamos 19. You can rejoin us in about 10 minutes time for the second half. So welcome back to National Basketball Arena for the second half of this Hula Hoop Senior Women's National Cup Final. First half was all NUIG. They were heavy favourites coming in, but they showed why. It was a great first half with that pair there, Michelle Fahy at the 4. So it's Mystics that leading 42-19, and Breeder, teams have had a chance to talk it over. Terry Staunton's had a couple of minutes with his squad. What will he be thinking and what will he have said in the half-time break?
At this stage, he'll want them to be far more aggressive on D, and to really close out the players. There's Kilkenny in there doing damage from the word go, and that's what he needs to see from them.
And as we see the pass forward stolen by Fahy, and Fahy finds Kilkenny. Great move from Kilkenny, but can't go. Will there be some kind of realism from Coach Terry Staunton, understanding that he's come up against a team that really are stacked in a lot of different positions, have a lot of talent, have a lot of size and a lot of experience, and just hope he plays better in the second half, or will be looking to try and actually get back into this game?
Well, I think at this stage you'll just want to contain a team like Galway here, so they really just need to play this quarter. And I think what we're seeing here, they've been aggressive, a couple of nice steals there, and they're moving the ball far better.
So McKenna from Black, both the two took a long rest in that second half, and a big three from Selena McMahon, and that will give Oblate a bit of confidence as again they've got it back to 20 points, Breeder, and we obviously it was a 20-point lead with only 7 minutes gone in that first quarter, so Oblates haven't done a bad job in the last 10-15 minutes of the game. Yeah,
no, absolutely, and I think but what they're showing us out here, you know, we could see maybe a closer game this half.
Yeah, I think all the neutrals watching online and in the venue would love to see a little bit of a second half comeback from Oblate Dynamos. Give us a bit of excitement. We've obviously had huge excitement this morning. If you were with us for the first 2 games, this VFG Neptune came back in the under-20s men's game against Vincent's to pit them in the final quarter to make 2 wins for Neptune as they won the under-18s cup as well yesterday. And on the other side of winning 2, DCU were heartbroken this morning as they lost their second final of the weekend, losing the under-18 cup final overtime to Brunel. As Fahy goes to the basket, she's fouled by foul.
Fahy's one of the best inside players, and you know, just dangerous when she gets that ball in there, so they need to just be a bit tougher on that.
And a few of the Maui Basketball Club lads in the crowd making themselves heard. They of course won the President's Cup last night, so they've had a good night and have just about dragged themselves out of bed, I would say.
That's 8 points for Fahy in this game so far.
Foul. Mystics paying a bit more attention to her in this second half, as she was the big scorer for Oblate Dynamos in the first half. Just 10 points. Kilkenny puts the ball on the floor against Black. Good defense from a combination of Black and McMahon, and Kilkenny steps out of bounds, and it will be a Dynamo's ball.
That's exactly what we need to see from Black. Much more intensity on D. Oblates are moving the ball much better on offense. They just need to finish those shots.
Great hands from O'Reilly, and she'll run this one in and makes no mistake with a layup as it's 46-42.
She's a smart player. She's always watching for that. She's done this a few times in the game today.
Good ball movement inside from the Dynamos, and they find Shannon Fowle, takes her percentile to 12. Kilkenny sets things up for Mystics. Fahy, top of the key, in the corner to Murray, and Riley back to Murray. Murray goes inside to Gilchrist. And O'Reilly with a 3. Good rebound from Kilkenny. She's doing everything at the moment. And Black and Kilkenny fight for the ball, and it's Kilkenny that wins it, but it is a jump ball, and it will be Dynamo's ball as Maloney checks back in.
Kilkenny is very effective on both ends of the court here.
Yeah, she really has controlled this game. I've not seen her play before, although I've heard a lot about her, and she's been the star player of this and the league so far. And inside again, foul. And foul is fouled by Gilchrist, I think, and
It's O'Reilly.
So, Bridie,
Oh, no.
how impressed have you been with Shannon Fowle since she's come into the game off the bench?
Yes, she's been absolutely excellent. Her movement inside is very, very good, and they're hitting her well with the ball.
Black blocked by the long arms of Gilchrist from the 3-point line.
Galway are just sitting in this zone, and it is really quite hard for them to get the gaps. So
Good rebound. Gilchrist gets it into the hands of Kilkenny. And Black on the fast break as Murray comes back and stops it with the fouls. So a timeout is called with 5:48 to go in the Senior Women's Cup Final. It's NUIG Mystics 46, Oblate Dynamos 24. So Dynamos out of that timeout as one of the Oblate Dynamos players hits the deck hard. Can't see who it is. I think it might be Selena McMahon, but I'm not 100% sure. It is McMahon, and she's okay. So 9 seconds on the shot clock for the Dynamos. And a sub will come in. And Heather Mega replaces McMahon. So ready to get back underway. So they need a floor wipe, and here it comes eventually. So Dynamos, Maloney, take shot, doesn't get it. Rebound, Fahy into the hands of Gilchrist, who juggles the ball and eventually loses off her foot. So Dynamos will get another chance. And we're still around that 20-point mark that we've been at since 7 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've managed to keep the score level in this quarter, so they just need to chip away at this. Another good steal by O'Reilly.
So Katie Black slows it down. Fahy, nice fake. Finds Kilkenny on the 3-point line. She's been deadly from there, but couldn't find a range there. And McKenna throws it away to O'Reilly, and O'Reilly, nice pass inside to Murray. He thought she was fouled, but wasn't given, but it ends up in the hands of O'Reilly again. Nice spin move from Gilchrist, who scores off the backboard, and it's 48-24.
That is Gilchrist's favourite shot. Very, very difficult to stop there.
Black. Maloney gets it across to McKenna. McKenna finds Black in the corner, who takes a 2 with a foot on the line, and she makes that. And there we see what you talked about earlier, the offensive skills of Katie Black.
Absolutely. It's good to see her coming into this game a bit more.
So again, she pulls it back to 22 points. As Murray shoots in the corner, doesn't go. Ends up in the hands of Fahy, and Maloney has to foul her to stop her putting in the layup. So it will be Michelle Fahy who goes to the line for 2 shots.
This is what Fahy does best, that's slipping in, picking off the rebound. Oblates really need to close her down on that.
So Conair will replace Murray. So Michelle Fahy puts herself into double figures for the game, and it's NUIG Mystics that have hit 50 points. Maloney drives in the baseline, but cut off by a combination of O'Reilly and Fahy. She's nowhere to go, and a foul is called on O'Reilly. That'll be her second. As Deirdre O'Shea checks back in, and Kilkenny takes a break. McKenna for Oblate Dynamos. Finds Mar on the foul line, and she hits that, and it's 50-26. 3:50 to go. Don't forget, as O'Reilly and McKenna go at it, and eventually a foul's called on McKenna. Don't forget, you can tweet us at @BBallIRL. Use the hashtag Hula Hoops Cup. And still to come today at 5:15 on TG Car is the Women's Cup final. Team Montenotte Hotel take it on Pyro Belcalesta as Fahy drives baseline. But good hands from Maloney, picks that off. Maloney goes past Fahy on the open court, but Fahy shows speed and straight into the speedy O'Reilly. And O'Reilly and McKenna clash again. And this time it will be 2 free throws.
Excellent play by O'Reilly again. She just reads the game so well. Her timing's just perfect.
And we see the foul again. In fact, it was called unsportsmanlike in the end. So it'll be 2 shots and the ball. O'Reilly makes one, misses one, but it'll be Mystics' ball as they lead 51-28.
Still only a point in it in this quarter, so, Dynamos are putting up a good performance here.
always going to end in something, as McKenna has taken it upon her, in fairness to her, to lift her defense and really making it hard for O'Reilly. But eventually a foul is called and a timeout is called by Oblate Dynamos as they trail 51-28. So O'Reilly to the line. So 3:14 to go in the Hula Hoops Senior Women's National Cup final, as Shannon Fowle can't quite hold on to that. It's 53 to NUIG Mystics, who had a fast start to this game. They were up 20 within 6-7 minutes of the game starting. Since then, Oblate Dynamos have come back into the game, keeping parity a little bit, but Mystics are so strong, they just haven't had a bad patch in this game so far.
Good defensive play by Oblates there. Oblate seem to be happy to be letting Gilcrease and Fahy, be pushed outside the free throw line, so they're just more worried about keeping them closed down inside.
O'Reilly for three. And Riley makes another three, and that takes her personal tally to 15 points as Mystics extend their lead. Black, no strive inside, and Fowle looking for the foul, doesn't get it, but it will be Oblate's ball. And foul to McKenna. McKenna back to Black, Black for three. And Katie Black makes her second three, or in fact, the last one she's just in the line, but we're really starting to see Katie Black come into her own a little bit in the second half.
Yes, absolutely. Great to see this. She's now playing with much more confidence, looking for that open three each time.
And it's Conair that picks up the loose ball, finds Fahy. Fahy somehow manages to throw it over the head of Gilcrease, which is no mean feat in itself. And the shot clock goes off as O'Reilly's three-pointer ends up short. And there we see Katie Black's three-point shot we played. And it will be Black with the ball in their hands as the Leicester crowd start to stream in below us. Black fakes a three this time. Goes. O'Reilly being guarded by Black, and a good defense from Katie Black, and O'Reilly just shuffles her feet as she tries to come to a stop.
Katie Black is well able to take somebody like Ailish O'Reilly. She's a great defensive player here.
So McKenna calls for offense. McKenna takes a three. Just off from McKenna. She can make those. We've seen her make those in the past in big games. And McKenna will renew her rivalry with O'Reilly. And Conair gets inside to Gilcrease. O'Reilly penetrates down the middle. The float doesn't get it. Rebound Black. And she has McKenna and Fowle up in front of her. And it's a great pass inside to McKenna, but McKenna can't quite handle it.
We're seeing much more now from Katie Black.
Yeah, she's been excellent in this third quarter as it goes into Fowle. This time Black for another three. Doesn't make that one. And with 27 seconds to go, it's 56-31 to Mystics as O'Shea for a long two. And Deirdre O'Shea adds to her tally.
That's the depth we see in Galway today. People coming off the bench are able to pop those 2s and 3s in for them.
And Black as the clock 6-7 seconds. It's in the hands of Maloney. Maloney will take a deep three. Bounces out and Gilchrist cleans up the rebound, and O'Reilly doesn't get that one off in time. So the end of the third quarter is Hula Hoops Senior Women's National Cup Final. It's NUIG Mystics 58, Oblate Dynamos 31. So here we go, it's the final quarter of this Hula Hoops Senior Women's National Cup Final. Mystics have led from the start after come flying out of the gate. McKenna finds Maloney in the corner. Good defense on Fahy. And foul is called on Conair. So Breeder, Mystics, we talked about how hugely strong a team they were. Is there anyone that can stop them in Division 1 this year, or does it have to be just an unbelievable performance on the day?
Well, we're looking forward to playing them again in Galway. I think the girls would like another bash at them, but overall, I think they're the team that we'll see in Premier next year.
And we saw Portlaoise last year were tough to beat throughout the year, but came unstuck in the playoff final, so there'll be a lot of teams looking to try and grab the scalp of the Mystics. And here comes O'Reilly. Nice pass from O'Reilly, and O'Shea finishes with 2. And there we saw the speed that we saw in that opening quarter that was the big difference between these two teams early on. Absolutely,
great finish there. She can finish herself, but she's also very skillful at laying off that pass.
Maloney to McKenna. Black drives baseline. Gets it back to McKenna. McKenna with a runner, just gets off in time, and Black with a rebound, so they'll have another 14 seconds. But good hands from Conair and Katie Black as it shot clocks at 6. Inside, but nice block from Fahy, and here comes O'Reilly, who has players in front of her, and she finds Conair. Nice pass from Gilchrist to O'Shea, and O'Shea with back-to-back baskets. So Katie Black. Oblate Dynamos move it around. McKenna. Nowhere to go amongst the swarming Mystics defense, but 3-point shot again from Katie Black. And I'm sure Terry Staunton would wish we'd seen this from Katie in the first quarter when she couldn't quite find her range.
That's right.
Great move from Fahy. Black with the ball in the hands, and again she shows her passing skill as she finds foul inside, but she's called for a travel. She slips, and there will be 4 subs coming in, and it'll be Katie Black that stays on the floor. So joining us are McMahon, Staunton, I think I see Samantha Massey out there, and Yasmin Wanik has also joined us there off the bench.
We've also seen O'Reilly take a break and Fahy take a break from the Galway side.
So it is Cohen that replacing Kilkenny, but here comes Black again, and a lovely move from Katie Black.
Katie playing much more her game now.
And she hits double figures. The first Oblate player in the double figures, as we see on the replay. Lovely move from Black. She evades the defense and finishes softly off the glass. So 64-39. Cohen. The cut in Murray into Gilcrease. Kilkenny. Good defense on Wanik. Cohen with a long 2, and she wastes no time coming off the bench to find her scoring touch. And a nice 2 from Hannah Cohen. Miscommunication between Black and Staunton, but it ends back up in the hands of Massey, who can't finish. And Kilkenny will look to start the break, but slows it down for the Mystics. Gilcrease missed the 3.
You can just see that Kilkenny really breeds confidence to all the younger players on the court. Just by Cohen's last shot, they're just playing with just real confidence out there today.
She's done a little bit of everything. She's gone Kilkenny as Black gets through the defense. And it will be Katie Black for another 3. This one bounces out, and Kilkenny ends up with the ball. And she finds space through, but good hands on defense from Samantha Massey.
Very good defense by Massey, but they didn't pick up the ball that time, and Galway got in there again. O'Reilly getting ready to come back into play here as well, with O'Shea on the free throw line.
So Deirdre O'Shea hits that free throw. As you mentioned, O'Reilly back into the game, so no let up by the Mystics. As they lead 67-39, 5:13 to go. And Katie Black long on that 3, and rebounded by Murray into the hands of O'Reilly. Murray from the corner, bounced out, but Gilcrease grabs the rebound, misses, grabs her own rebound, and she's fouled by Katie Black. That would be Black's second foul. If it was on Black, I'm not sure if it was. Actually, it wasn't. It went against Selena McMahon in the end. Cohen inside from the out-of-bounds play, and She adds to her total with back-to-back baskets, and inside to Massey. Massey finds McMahon, but she can't show it, and here comes Kilkenny. Forward to Murray, but great hands from Yasmin Wanek, and then Katie Black follows up. So Oblate Dynamos continue to hustle in this game, and a foul call against the Mystics.
It's great to see. Oblates have never given up here. They're just fighting for every loose ball at this stage.
Yeah, they've played hard since that opening patch where they couldn't get an early score. They ended their confidence a little bit since then. They've had an excellent game as Wanek from a corner bounces out, but you kind of get the feeling for Mystics to lose this or any of the other big finals as Kilkenny evades defense. Whoever beats them is going to have to play at their absolute very best and hit all the opportunities they get. Gilcrease grabs a rebound and puts it back in.
Oblates now are looking just for the quick shot when they get down the court, but unfortunately they're just not dropping for them today.
Cohen, Black puts pressure on to Gilcrease, and a travel called against Marita Gilcrease. And we have a timeout call from NUIG Mystics. So 3:26 to go, it's 71-39. So welcome back to National Basketball Arena. 3:23 to go in this Hula Hoop Senior Women's National Cup Final, the last of the live streamed events from the weekend.
Good shot from Katie Black. Another good 2 points that time.
Katie Black, as you talk about breeders, had an excellent second half here.
Yeah. She's really just showing her, very strong three-point shooter and an excellent defender.
So still to come live on TG Car, 5:15 tip-off for the Hula Hoops Women's National Cup Final. It'll be Team Montenotte Hotel, defending champions, playing Pyrobel Calesta. Join us live for that. As O'Reilly just gets a shot off on the shot clock, but Black just fumbles it and it goes out of bounds. So as I said, the last of the live streamed events. You can catch all the games that have taken place over the weekends live on Basketball Island's YouTube channel, or should I say replayed as live on Basketball Island's YouTube channel.
And O'Reilly is the only player from the starting five on court at the moment, so Oblates have switched up there to a man-to-man, so it should be interesting last few minutes here maybe to pull back some points.
So Rebecca Hansby has checked in for the first time. Rachel Gaffney has checked in for the first time. Back into the game is Leah Cunningham. And also below us there I see Emma Smith checked in for the first time. Massey gets the basket, grabs her own rebound. Doesn't go.
So unlucky inside with those shots.
Ailish O'Reilly evades Yasmin Warnick.
Good rebound by Black. The pass up. Oh, unlucky shot there, unlucky.
Here comes O'Reilly. Three-point shot missed, but only just from Emma Smith. And it's Smith is again on the three-point line. This time she looks inside to Gaffney. Gaffney finds Cunningham. Cunningham to the cut in Hansbury. Warnick, as we get down to about a minute to go. Good rebound inside from Keach. Massey can't make that three.
Throughout the season, Galway have an averaging 71 points a game, and you can see that's what they're on here at the moment. But at least this time, Oblates have managed to score more than they did in the last league game, so it's a positive for Oblates.
Timeout called. So 47 seconds to go. Outside shot from O'Reilly. And Oblate Dynamos trailing. Here, continue to play, and into the hands, goes past Katie Black. Yasmin Warnick looks to go to the baseline. And the shot clock ticks below 10. Nice move from Black, and finds Keach inside. And Keach is fouled as she puts the ball in. So Breda, anyway, it's been clear from early on who were going to win this game, but Oblates never gave up. And just how good is this NUIG Mystics team?
Right, I think NUIG have really shown us today that they're a top-class team here. A lot of experience, and you can just say all the players play with great confidence and a lot of skill on that team. But, you know, fair play to Oblates for keeping it up today.
Yeah, Oblates never slowed down, never gave up, but in the end, the sheer size and talent and experience of NUIG Mystics is going to win them this title, as the clock is on 5 seconds, and Katie Black won't get the last point of the game, and the clock painfully stops, but Coach Terry Staunton goes down and shakes the hands of NUIG Mystics, Mike Murray and Terry Kennedy. And the Mystics players are ready for celebration as Warnick gets a three up. And the delight is clear to see on the face of the NUIG Mystics as they win their first ever national title as a club. Just a recent club, 4 or 5 years old in Galway, and it's their first title, and they're delighted. And Breda, there can be no arguments about the winners again today.
Absolutely not. Well done to Galway, and commiserations to Oblates today.
So Oblate Dynamos shake hands, and they'll know that they come up against one of the better teams today and didn't really have the opportunity, but they'll be back again. They've done well in recent times with trophies. And as the presentation party comes out, Breda, just a couple of words on Division 1 as a whole this year. Obviously NUIG are extremely strong, but the rest of it is very close. In terms of Premier League to Division 1, is there a huge difference at the moment in the two standards?
Well, yes, I think so, but I think that with the competition this year, all the teams have got better and better as we've gone throughout the season. So, you know, as you can see, the next, apart from NUIG, everybody else, there's only a matter of points between the teams. And they've all been very close games. So I think with the addition of an American or two will make a big difference to those teams moving up to Premier.
Yeah, and you talk about the American there, so for this year, the majority of teams in the Premier League have an American. NUIG have an American, although they don't necessarily need one with the experience of the Irish players they have. But if you were to put in an American onto most of the Division 1 teams, are they thereabouts, or they still need a little bit more experience to make that jump?
Oh, I think it'd be there or thereabouts. And I think if, you know, we need to match what's happening in Premier League. So if at the moment there's currently 2 Americans allowed in Premier League, Division 1 needs to be the same, because it really is preparation. And we want to see teams really wanting to make it up to the Premier League and have a fight for promotion and relegation.
So, like, in terms of the strength of the women's game, is that where you see the pluses coming through, when you see that competition, to fighting to get up, fighting to come down, and you know, trying to get to finals like this, but a little bit more competitive in the 2 leagues rather than 2 divisions, having 1 league?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, we've a lot, like we saw that under 18 game earlier today. It's great to see the standard of players. They're all eligible to play, and we want to see that age coming into the Division 1 and the Premier and playing a lot more.
Yeah, some fantastic basketball on show in the earlier games at the National Cup. The under-20 game yesterday was a fabulous game between Callisto and DCU Mercy, and an overtime win for Brunel against DCU Mercy today. Don't forget, still to come, live on TG Car, is the Women's National Cup final. Tip-off is 5:15. As the Mystics go forward and collect their medals by the chair of the WSCC, Breed Kenny, and the chair and the vice chair of the WSCC, Martin Conroy, along with the chair of the board, Jackie Dunn.
So many good players in that Galway side. It'll be interesting to see who ends up as the MVP today. It could go between a number of players on this side.
Yeah, fantastic performances from Mystics as a whole. As Coach Mike Murray and assistant Terry Kennedy go up and collect their medals.
Well-deserved, Ailish O'Reilly receiving that MVP award.
Ailish, Young Player of the Year last year in the division. What did she bring to the Mystics that was so special today?
She just brings they have a lot of experience, but she's just the speed and the smartness that they need. She reads the game very well, so well-deserved award today.
Fabulous game from O'Reilly. She hit threes, got steals, pushed the ball up and down, and really was the heart of their team. And as the captain, Lauren Murray, goes up to collect the cup. Breda, just a final word on the Women's Division 1 showpiece today.
Yes, really good. Great to be here, and it's just great to see such good standard of basketball.
Well, thanks for joining us, and best of luck for the rest of the season. I'm sure you'll be hoping to get into the playoff finals yourself, and we might see you in Kilkenny.
I hope so. Thanks, Matt.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the next game gets underway, the national draw is going to take place. The Secretary General of Basketball, Mr. Barber, is here to take the draw.
We're just going to stay with you here on the broadcast as the national draw is about to take place below us. CEO of Basketball Ireland, Bernard O'Byrne, and national draw manager Conor James will take the draw. Of course, the first prize is a Suzuki car. Unfortunately, as a member of staff, can't win it myself, but I'm hoping one of my many pseudonyms will win. I'm joking, of course, before anyone rings in. So it kind of feels like a national lotto here. I presume the first prize coming out is for the car. I think the winner was Charlene McHugh. Charlene, if you're listening, and sends a tweet at bball IRL if anyone knows her. So the next prize I think Jer Coffey from County Cork. I could be completely missing these names, but everything will be available on the Basketball Island website within half an hour of the draw. And again, the winners will be repeated on TG Car for the women's final.
Next out is 39124.
39124. Alan Hogan from County Longford.
This is 3096.
3096.
James Kenny, and it's sold by Mr.
James Deneen from Cork.
At 26380.
36380.
Pair of Malahide Basketball Club. Sorry, Sadie Fennell, pair of
From Malahide Basketball Club. I didn't catch that name, I'm afraid. Don't forget, all the names of the winners will be available on the Basketball Island website in the next half hour or so.
34825.
34825.
From Chanel Rowan in Rush. Lauren Doyle in Rush. And last out is,
And the very last winner,
thank you very much for your volunteers, being so honest. It's ticket number 37896.
37896.
From, I can't really read it, it's 19 Moscow, place to say, I think it might be even fair. Diana Moore, we have a telephone number. Thank you
So
very
that's
much.
it. All the winners will be available on the Basketball Island website. Please join us on TG Car shortly as you see the women warming up below us for the Hula Hoops Women's National Cup Final.